Welcome back, family, to Northside LDN. Caramba, we got a lot of news surrounding Man United Football Club, and we've got special guest Sunshine. She will be joining. She's in a work meeting. As soon as she's done with her work meeting, she will be joining us to give the Man United perspective on all this news surrounding Man United. But Ruben Amorim worried about Matthias de Ligt, man. Big up to everybody that's joined from Lee, the raid from Lee. So big up to Lee and big up to everyone that's joined. You know what I mean? Big up to everyone that has joined the stream. And we've got a lot of news. There's a lot of news surrounding Man United players, a lot of news surrounding de Ligt. Obviously picking up an injury in their last game against Brentford where they held 4. They tried to pip it back 3, but ultimately lost 4-3 in the game. And I don't think a lot of United fans will be too worried in terms of de Ligt being out against Athletic Club. To be fair to United, even though they were atrocious defensively against Brentford, they didn't really need de Ligt to beat Athletic Club comfortably. So, listen, obviously he's still a top centre-back. He's still a defender that, you know, I think is highly rated and I think is a good centre-back. But with Lenny Yoro, Maguire and Lindelof, they comfortably beat Athletic Club. But, you know, if they do what we expect them to do, which is beat Athletic Club in the second leg with their 3-0 advantage, going up against Spurs, will they need him? It's always good to have your best players available, isn't it? It's always good to have your best players available. So we're going to get into that and more. Big up to everybody that's in the building. Obviously, a lot of United fans are really gassed about Harry Maguire. To be fair, I can't lie. He was cooking, though. I didn't even know Harry Maguire had that in his game. So, listen, it is what it is. Man United, just like Spurs, are expected to win their second leg after winning, 3-0 to Man United and 3-1 for Spurs against Bodo Glimt. But we're going to get into a lot of news, man. Big up to everyone that's locked in. And make sure you're liking and subscribing. Also, make sure you're liking and subscribing to Sunshine. She will be joining us. The link to her channel is in the title. So make sure you go support, support that. We need more women, talking about football, man. So make sure you go and support Sunshine as well. Harry Maguire to Celtic. Big up, brother. Appreciate the grind. Keep up the great work. Big up, bro. Big up, man. Every single time, bro. Big up, my G. You know what I'm saying? What's this here? Jeff Lee Dharma raid. Big up, bro. No work raid, bro. Man said no work raid. Yeah, I mean, it's my third live, bro, of the day. Yeah, we're here, man. We're here. What's man saying? What's man saying? Big up to everyone in the chat, man. Listen, we gotta do what we gotta do, man. You know what I mean? Listen, this is free content. You know what I mean? Just like and subscribe. You know what I mean? Just like and subscribe. Big up to Lee as well, man, for the raid, man. Big up, my G. Big up every single time. But yeah, let's get into the news. Let's get straight into the news. And Sunshine will join us whenever she can. Let's get into the news. Where is it? All right. There we go. Where is it? How is this thing buffering? Right. Let's get into the de Ligt news. Ruben Amorim really concerned, he was quoted to say, by de Ligt injury. United head coach Ruben Amorim has admitted that the injury suffered by centre-back Matthias de Ligt during Sunday's Premier League defeat to Brentford is worrying. Let's get straight into his quotes. He said, I don't know, so I'm really concerned, but not about Thursday, Ruben Amorim told Sky Sports. We took off Luke Shaw at halftime to protect him and have players for Thursday, but I'm more concerned whether it is a small or big injury to de Ligt. I'm thinking about next season. That's quite worrying. The fact that they don't know the severity of the injury. Obviously, he just came back from injury. Why really risk him? Some people would say, why not just protect the player? Why risk him? To me, that's moving very Arteta-ish. A player just coming back from injury and just putting him straight into a game, trying to get him to play 90 minutes. There's no need. You need to monitor the injury, monitor the player, and ease him back into playing football. I don't know. It is what it is. You know what I mean? They won their first leg against Atletico Bilbao 3-0. Will they need de Ligt against the Spurs? They're not the most clinical, but they obviously convincingly beat Bodo Glimt. Maybe they're a bit more confident. It is what it is. It's just really unnecessary, isn't it? All you have to do is just, monitor the player, give him 20 minutes or something after being out with an injury. There wasn't really any need for you to rush him back the way you did, really. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I've had the same frustration with Arteta when it came to Ben White, when it came to Odegaard, when it came to Saka, when it came to multiple players, running down Havertz into the ground. So, you know, I don't know what it is with some of these new managers, bro, but they just don't understand that when a player it's been out for a while with a big injury or gets a big injury, just monitor and just take it easy with the player. You don't need to rush them back. You know what I mean? Especially with Man United, with the fact that you've got a lack of quality as well. I don't really understand the need to rush the Ligt back. You know, I don't really get it. Don't really get it, in my opinion. I just don't get it. You could have played one of the youngsters. You could have just, it's a nothing game. You're not going to do anything in the league. You're not going to get relegated. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get relegated. You're not in the title race. The league has already been concluded. Liverpool are going to win it. What is the need? Even if you had to get somebody from the under 21s, whatever the case may be, there's other players there that you could have utilized instead of playing Ligt and kept him in case you need him against Spurs. That's what you could have done. Instead, he's now highly likely he's going to be out. When managers are reluctant to really talk about the severity of an injury, more times than not, the player's out for a long time. There was just no need for it, man. He risked him because he's stupid. I want Amorim sacked after this season. I get it, man. I get it. He keeps doing foolishness. I can't lie. You know what I mean? Keep doing foolishness, man. Big up, man. Big up my G. Yeah, bro. Bro, I can't lie, bro. I saw some of the pictures that they were putting up on Instagram. Harry Maguire, bro, putting him in the R9 shirt and everything, bro. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely crazy. We only need Lamine Maguire. Listen, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is, bro. I just don't understand it. Like, just don't understand it. Just shooting yourself in the foot, really and truly. Just shooting yourself in the foot. Real King, what are you telling me, bro? You good? Talking about your club. You know what I'm saying?
All good, bro. All good. You know what I'm saying?
What are you saying, man, about the
Yeah,
Ligt?
man.
Obviously, we spoke about it after your game, about the Ligt being injured. It looks like, I don't know, bro. Your manager's been very vague about it. Big up Sunshine, man. I hear you.
Big up Sunshine as well. Yeah, yeah. Well done, Amarim. Like I said, well done yesterday, bro. You did not need to play. You did not need to play Ligt in that game because he just came back from injury, but you decided to play him anyway. And now, obviously we don't need him for the second leg against Bilbao, but there's a possibility that he could be out. He could be out when we get, or should we get to the final? Should I say so? Like for me, yeah. Again, like it just again, like yes, like this United team isn't great, and this United team is average, and a lot of players are very limited. But Ruben hasn't helped himself. Like Ruben simply hasn't. He simply hasn't helped himself. Like playing Ligt in a game that means absolutely zero. Like it did not make any sense at all. You know, like that. So so yeah, that's all I can say on that. That's all I can say on the Ligt situation. So yeah, like obviously we haven't heard how long he's gonna be out yet or this and that, but hopefully he is. Hopefully, if we do get to the final, that we should get through to the final. Hopefully, he be available because Ligt is our best centre back. Delit's our best centre back, and and I think he's been. I think people have. I think he's gone under the microscope, bro. I think he's been a very underrated. I think like people haven't like spoke about Ligt enough. For me, I don't see a lot of United fans speaking about Ligt. Like I've heard a few United fans speak about Euro, and obviously Euro's done decent, but Euro isn't a better defender than Ligt. I think Mateus Delit's our best centre back. Everyone talks about Martinez, but Martinez, I think, is average. So I think Mateus de Ligt's our best centre back, and I don't think he's got enough of his flowers. I think he's had a few bad games. Yes, he's had like I would say he's had like 5 or 6 bad games. Apart from that, he's been pretty much consistent. You know, I think most of it has come down not to just the system that we play, but it's how Ruben has used the system, and and this is it. So yeah.
No, I hear that, man. I hear that. Sunshine, how do you feel? You agree with King? How do you feel about De Ligt? Obviously, your manager was very vague about it. He said he doesn't know if it's a serious injury or a long-term injury. He's worried about him being injured for the potential future for next season. How do you look on it? Because Brentford, I agree with King, was a nothing game. Did you really need to risk him? You got a Europa League final that you're potentially looking towards. What do you make of the situation?
Yeah, no, I agree with King. I think the first thing I want to comment on is kind of weird that they don't know anything yet. I feel like they do know something. They just won't tell us because I mean, I don't buy that. Like that you don't know anything. That's just my whole opinion on that. But I agree. I think okay, maybe if you wanted to give him like maybe 10 minutes at the end, kind of just to get some time on the pitch, I could maybe understand that because he hasn't been back that long. But to have him starting and then, you know, kind of having him be like the main guy in that defensive line was a lot. Was a lot. I think this was his like second game back since he got injured because he played his first, maybe his second or third. But I don't know. I agree with King. I just think he didn't make the best decision when it came to that. And then of course he hurts his knee. And so it sucks. It really does suck. And I agree with King too, in the sense of I think out of our defenders, especially in the center back position, he is our best one. I think Lissandro, of course, like for me, you could say he's fallen off a little bit, but he's kind of more the experienced player that we have. Whereas De Ligt to me is the more consistent, solid player that we have in the back line. And he's a leader, in my humble opinion. I think he leads them very well, and he has a lot of passion for what he does, and for them to put him in that position and to get hurt again is very frustrating. Absolutely.
No, I hear that. Obviously, you guys can't, overlook Bilbao. Obviously, you did your job in the first leg. You are expected to do your job in the second leg. Not if you play like how you played against Brentford, but we're expecting your guys to turn up. To be fair, your players have been turning up in the Europa League.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about facing Spurs in the final? Because Deji's been running up his mouth a lot about, you guys are dusty and you guys can't do anything. And they don't fear Manchester Piccadilly and you guys are rusty and he doesn't fear you. How do you guys feel going into that final against Spurs? Like, you guys feel nervous? You don't feel nervous? I mean, you don't trust your manager. He doesn't trust his manager. They've been leaking goals. You guys have been leaking goals as well. How do you feel, man? How do you feel going up against Spurs and potentially in the final?
Madison's out, right? I heard Madison is out for that.
I heard Madison's out as well.
And I've heard Bergvall's. I think I heard that. I think it was Saeed. I think Saeed said it was Bergvall and Madison. They will be out. So yeah, that's what I've heard. But regardless, obviously Northside knows that I don't fully trust just Amarim just yet, because I think he's lost a lot of my trust on how bad we've been. But I've always known Man United to be a cup team. I've always known that these players turn up in these knockout stages. Like, people can say how bad the players are, but like at the end of the day, Man United, Manchester United in 10 seasons. In 10 seasons, we've reached 10 finals. I think we've reached 10 finals in like 10 seasons. So people will say how bad the players are, but the players always get into finals. You get what I'm trying to say? And like, for me, like I always say it, like whoever we play, if it's Tottenham or Bournemouth or Glint, Man United should be winning the final. I think I think for me, I think if we don't beat Tottenham, I know Tottenham are beaten us three times this season. But when it comes to crunch time, when it comes to crunch time, when it comes to knockout competitions, when all the pressure is on, like Tottenham usually fold. You understand? Tottenham, you usually fold. Like, come on, bro. Like Man United have lost a lot against a lot of teams, but Tottenham have lost against Leicester City and Ipswich, bro. You get me, bro? at home, bro. You get me? Like Man United should be winning that final. I said this to Northside, yeah. When I was on the stream like last week or a few days ago, yeah, I said if Man United don't beat Tottenham or Bordeaux Glint in the final, then we should fold the club. Everyone deserves to get sacked. Everybody, bro. Everybody, bro, has to be sacked, bro. There's literally no excuses, and especially when we've heard the news, like what we said about James Maddison, he's one of their better players, even though he's been crap this season, but he's still one of their better players. And obviously Bergvall has slightly been one of their better players as well. So if Man United don't win that final, then everyone has to get sacked, bro. I ain't hearing it, bro. There's no excuse here of losing against Tottenham in the final, bro, or losing to Bordeaux Glint in the final. There's no excuse for it, bro. There's literally no excuse for it. So, like, and if we think about it like this year, like obviously Tottenham played a high line as well. Like United do better against teams that play a high line, because we get obviously we can break on the break, and obviously we've got players that can run in behind, even though they are not great.
Yeah.
And obviously Bruno isn't the greatest player, but we all know Bruno can pop up with a goal or an assist. We all know Bruno can play crap for 70 to 80 minutes of a game, but he can get an assist or a goal. Garnacho can get a goal even though he does not play well. Like and obviously Casemiro, who's been Man United's best player, and especially in Europe, Casemiro's been honestly, Casemiro's been brilliant, bro. He's been brilliant, bro. Like in Europe, and Casemiro's always been brilliant in knockout competition. So I ain't hearing Tottenham or Bordeaux Glint beating us in the final. I ain't hearing it, bro. Like, we should be embarrassed if we lose, bro. We should be embarrassed. You get me, bro?
I completely hear what you're saying. Sunshine, how do you feel? Spurs in the final. You know I'm begging you to do a job, man. You know that sunshine. It's gonna be thunderstorms if you don't win, bro.
Listen, I cannot. If we give Tottenham their first trophy after a couple of decades, we deserve to be roasted, honestly. Like King said, it's an embarrassment, because even on paper, and I mean, we can say this about a lot of teams we've played and lost to this season. On paper, yes, we should win. The only thing that gives me a little bit of confidence is that these players do show up when it comes to these sort of matches. Now, I know we lost to City like a couple years ago in the FA Cup final, but more often than not, when we get to these situations, our players show up. And I can say Bruno will show up. You know, there's things that I do know when it comes to stuff like this. Whereas I don't think Spurs have that guy, you know, like who's going to be like, we're going to get this win. I can't see that from the Spurs team. I think they'll be under a lot of pressure. And it is on a neutral ground. So, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm more confident in our players than I am anything from Tottenham. Again, they do have kind of have our number in terms of them beating us 3 times this season, but it's a different kind of pressure when it comes to a European Cup final. So I'm feeling okay, especially because we have a mod back. That helps, especially with the attack. Obviously, Ligt coming back was like really, really exciting, especially defensively, but then him getting hurt doesn't help. But I'm feeling okay. We'll just hopefully we just can get past. I don't want to kind of say we're going to get to the final because we do have to play one more round. And I'm not going to sit here with chest maybe like Deji and be like, nah, we're going through because anything can happen. We're playing the better team, anyway, in Bilbao. So we'll see what happens. But I'm confident. I think I'm confident.
You're not stressed. No, I hear it. I see why you guys are optimistic. I think games are different when there's pressure on. I've seen my club bottle league titles. I've seen my club then start playing good football once the pressure is off. I think pressure definitely plays a big part in seeing what your players are about. And you guys have got the individuals that can get the numbers. I agree with you. You got Bruno. You got Garnacho that scored on the counter as well the other day. You got Amad Diallo. You got individuals that can score you goals even if they're not having the greatest games. And I do think
he made a good point. Casemiro's been balling in the Europa League, so that helped.
Yeah, he should have got a brace the other day. You know what I mean? He'd have hit the post and everything.
Yeah.
He's been balling out
Menu as well, bro. Like, as well, bro. Menu
Maguire as well. I mean, Maguire deserves some props as well. I can't believe it, but he does, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be honest about it. Maguire deserves some props as well. So, and like you said, you lot got Bruno that every time he gets a penalty, more than not, he scores. I can't remember Bruno missing a penalty. If he gets an opportunity, and he will keep trying until he gets a goal. Whereas Spurs, they got Son that's, on the out. Solanke does nothing if he gets no service. They've got a midfield that's heavily disjointed. I don't feel like there's got a lot of balance in that midfield. They've got some wide players that, Odebert is still young. You've got, you've got Johnson he's all right, but he needs service. But he can get little tap-ins, but you're expecting you guys to be up for the challenge and make sure that he doesn't do that. So yeah, man, I think it's going to go down to football heritage. I think this is why Spurs bottled it in the Champions League final. That Liverpool team in the final didn't play to their best ability, but neither did Spurs, and they got over the line. And I think it's going to be a very similar occasion to that. Whereas they're not going to play their best football. And even when Spurs played against Bodo Glimt, I watched that game. They actually should have left that game 3-2. They had an opportunity, I think it was at the end of the first half, that they should have scored. So they had opportunities in that game. They just didn't put them to bed. Against you guys do have better finishers. I know I'm not talking about Erasmus. I'm talking about players around him. You know what I'm saying? That can actually finish.
Yeah.
Bodo Glimt don't have the quality to put them to the sword or put away their opportunities. So I just think the pressure of the situation, like both your clubs are in crazy positions at the moment. Like Man United, the heritage, your players, and also your group of players have been there in terms of winning stuff. That team has not won anything together. Do you know what I mean? So it's completely new for them, and so I just don't. And the thing is as well, they've got a manager, in my opinion, in Ange, that isn't a proactive manager. He won't change it.
No.
So if you're beating them and you're beating their press and the way that they're trying to press you and playing the high line, he'll just continue to play the high line. He ain't going to drop back and try and nullify your attack. So they haven't really got a proactive manager that can change the game. So there's a lot of things going for you ahead of, certain players not being available. So I agree with King and I agree with you, Sunshine. There's no excuses for you guys not to beat them. In the situation that they're in the situation that you're in, you've beat Real Sociedad, you beat Lyon, you're now beating Atletico Bilbao, you're on a good run in terms of the Europa League. You should be turning up like your players have turned up in those games. You know what I mean? And even I was a bit surprised. I can't lie. The way you guys turned up against Lyon, I didn't expect that.
Neither.
Especially in the last 10 minutes,
bro.
You
up, so you lot do the job, bro. I can't be having Tottenham winning.
Bro, I did not know how, bro, those like last 10 minutes of extra time, I did not know how to celebrate, bro. I was just looking around, bro. Like,
what? Damage. That's how I felt, because to go from being so angry, like viscerally angry, to like, oh my God, we won. I don't know how to put that into words. I really don't. Because we were at that point, we were like, we're out. We're really out.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's
crazy.
It's crazy. But there's a lot of news surrounding your club. And I want to get, obviously, you guys' opinions. Bruno Fernandes being linked to Al Hilal in the summer. Apparently, they're linked to him. Apparently, they want Bruno Fernandes. let's start with you, Sunshine. Then we'll go to Real King. Sunshine, what do you make of this? Bruno Fernandes to Al Hilal in the summer. What do you make of it? Let him go or keep him?
Listen, I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, okay? First of all, that's a Saudi club, so I'm already seeing money. Like, it's just, I blacked out and all I see is dollar bills, okay? Hot take, I'm cool with him leaving. I know King probably agrees with me, but a lot of people love Bruno. Bruno is one of the players on our team that has this, like, cult fan base where they just, like, all they see is, like, he's the best player we've ever had kind of thing. But when you really, like, take a step back and you watch him and you see the things that he does, there's a lot that's missing when it comes to Bruno Fernandes. And you probably see it too, maybe with Portugal. It could be a little bit different. Hold on. I have to go really quick. Sorry. I just got...
No worries. King, what are you saying? Sunshine saying she'll let him go. You're going to let him go? I'll be real. You lot need the money, man. He's 30 years old. I don't really see Man United. Man United need to make funds. You know what I mean? We already saw the owners coming out doing an interview talking about, we need to get funds, and the fact that they were, not giving away any more free lunches at Man United and stuff like that. You man need the money. Let's just be real. Like, he's 30 years old. Even for the people that rate him, let's just say to the people that rate him. I'm Portuguese. I've seen him playing for Portugal. I see a lot that's missing from his game. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you guys can reinvest that money. No price tag has actually been reported. It just says that Al Hilal are very interested in bringing Bruno Fernandes to obviously the Saudi League, to Al Hilal.
Yeah.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, let's just say he goes for, I don't know, 50 mil. I'm just putting a random number out there, 50, 60 mil. Man United could go out there and invest in two players. You already know that Man United need to buy players. You already knew that Ruben Amorim needs more of his players. I think it's a situation where you just gotta say, yo, we need to get the money and we need to reinvest in it, because you guys gotta make some money from somewhere. And at the end of the day, I don't think Bruno is the most ideal fit for Ruben's system. Not within the Premier League. In the Portuguese league, it will work because Bruno's good enough for that league. But in the Premier League, I don't think he's.
It's not it. And this is the thing. Like, obviously, people like B, Sunshine, Flawless, and Ranson Saeed, we would get a lot of heat for this, but like, we don't rate Bruno as highly as others, because the problem with a lot of football fans is that they look at, they look at G&A, they look at G&A football fans. A lot of football fans look at G&A, they don't really look at overall performance, because they say that the harder thing is in football to do is score goals and this and that. That's why they rate Bruno. But like, for me, I've never ever rated him, because like I said earlier, like, he has spells that he will have like a 15 or 20 minute spell where he does decent, but then for the rest of the game, for like 60, 50 or 70 minutes of the game, he does absolutely zero. He just gives the ball away most of the time. Obviously, he's not good at receiving the ball at tight spaces either. He's very stiff, you know what I mean? He's very stiff when he turns, bruv. You get me, bro? He's very stiff when he turns and that, bro. Like Bruno, like obviously I do agree with you that the Portuguese league as well, but like the reason why Bruno's looked good, the reason why Bruno has looked good this season is because Bruno does better when it's chaos. When he's in a team full of chaos, that's where Bruno does his thing. Because I remember I remember when he first came in as well at Manchester United. I remember when he first came in January, and then his first full season, that was pure chaos as well. You get it? And like, that's where Bruno got, like, I think it was like 18 goals and like 12 assists in his first season, because he was just surrounded with bare chaos, bro. But in a structured team, he's not the guy. he's not the guy in a structured team. He's never been that guy in a structured team. And the thing is, the thing is what I don't like about my fan base is when my fan base say that he's a legend. He's a legend for Manchester United Football Club. He's a legend for our football club because he's got like 75 goals and like 75 assists. But people forget we had players like Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, Wayne Rooney, and Michael Carrick. We had players like that. But what could dominate a game and dictate games at their own tempo and win Man United games and win them Premier Leagues and win them Premier Leagues, FA Cups, and the Champions League, League. So for me, yeah, Bruno's never ever been that guy. Like his overall performances, disappointing most of the time, and like the thing is, I don't believe that. I will see it to believe in it. I don't fully believe the report because I don't think he will leave. But if Saudi was to come in with a big offer, Man United have got to take it, because the reality is that even like you said, even if it's 40 million pounds, like plus he's on 300k. Let's not forget that. Plus he's on 300k as well. I think he's still got like, I think it's 18 months or something left on his contract. So like if we was to get rid of him, that would release a lot of wages of the book as well, and that's what Ineos have tried to do. Since Ineos have come into this football club, they've tried to restrict the wages, like that. So like Bruno leaving Manchester, Bruno obviously selling Bruno would be great, but I don't think it will happen. But I think because I think Amorim, first of all, because I think Amorim likes him, you know what I mean, and two, because majority of the fan base love him. But like you know what I'm saying. But if there is an opportunity to sell Bruno, United have just got to take it, bro. Like it is what it is.
No, I hear that, man. I hear that. That leads up to the headline I really want to talk about. Big up to Yasser. I know he's behind this move. Chelsea looking to go in for Garnacho. Ineos won a minimum of £65 million for Garnacho to Chelsea. Yo, Yasser, hold that.
65 billion, that's crazy.
65 M's for Garnacho, you know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know, maybe Maresca can unlock him, bro. Maresca can...
Bro,
imagine they buy him, that would be crazy, bro. Honestly, I won't be surprised here, because I know, bro, because like their owners, Chelsea owners are bookie, bro. Like their owners love signing these young players, Their owners love signing these young players, and then and on like low wages, so that they can either send them out on loan or start them or flip them. You get me? Like Chelsea was interested in Garnacho last season. Like for me, Garnacho's the worst. People say he's the worst in the league. Certain people say he's the worst in the league. I think he's worst in the world. I think he's the worst left winger in the world, bro. You know what I mean? He's the worst left winger in the world. No, don't say that. Yasser's watching, bro. We got to convince him it's a good buy.
Know what I mean? But hey, man. But hey, to Yasser, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? To Yasser, Like it shows. If he was to come to your club, all the United fans will be singing "Viva Garnacho," bro. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like you got the new CR7, bro. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea fans. You know what I mean? Chelsea fans have got the Chelsea I got the new CR7 if they was to buy this guy. But
bro, it's a youth project though, so he'll grow
is
with
it you?
the players. They'll become world class together, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but they can sell it in the shop, innit? Garnacho with the CR7 boxes, innit? You can sell
Yeah,
them.
man.
You know
No, I
what I
mean,
mean?
it was sell you most of your shirts, bro. You know what I mean? Sell out, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean? Sell out, bro. You know what I'm saying? You sell out Stamford Bridge, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh my god, 65 M's, you know. Imagine if
65
Chelsea
M's.
actually went in for that and they actually got him, you know. That'd be crazy, bro.
That'd be,
That'd be
bro.
mad.
Hey,
I'm telling you. Yes, sir. Get the money on put the money on the table, yeah, and King's up for talking, innit? We can have discussions and that.
yeah, man. Not me. Know what I mean? Like, bro, like 65 M's. Give me that. You know what I'm saying? Give me that, bro. Give me the money, man. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying, bro. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth, bro? Give me that money, bro. You get me, bro? Hey, like, bro, the new CR7, bro, is coming to Stamford Bridge. You know what I mean? Up the Chelsea, bro. Up the Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? Up the Chelsea, bro. You
Up
know
the
what I'm
Chelsea,
saying?
exactly, man. Up the Chelsea, man. You
Yeah,
get
man.
me? Oh my days. If Chelsea buy Garnacho, will probably get my channel to 10k subs in a couple of days. Like Dave, bro. We gotta do it, man. Let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I'll be watching all the Chelsea fan cams as well, bro. After every Garnacho performance, you know, like that, bro. You know, like that.
We'll be there for the Garnacho reveal. You know when they
Yeah,
reveal
yeah. You know what I'm
number
saying?
7 Garnacho.
Yeah, bro. He's a new Galactico, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? He's a new Galactico. You know what I'm saying? Get him to
When
do
they
some
reveal
kick
him
ups
and
and
doing kick ups at the stadium and that when they reveal him, doing kick ups and Yo, Chelsea, man, he's a steal, man. Project Youth, man. But Chelsea
Project Youth, man.
That's it,
Come
man.
on, man. Get behind them, man. Why are you being toxic and negative, bro? You know what I'm saying? Get behind the process, bro. Tom Bowley's telling everyone get behind the process, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Garnacho will be alongside Esteval. You man big up Esteval, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So Garnacho on one side, Esteval on the other side.
That's
You know
it.
what I mean?
Versatility.
Yeah, versatility, man.
Oh my god. Oi, hopefully, God willing, make it happen, man. Make it
Make it
happen.
happen, man.
Listen, you lot have been linked to Man United are linked to £60 million Mbuemo from Brentford. Bro, I would take him out Arsenal. What are you saying? You're taking Mbuemo for 60 M's?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
Yasser buys Garnacho, you could just go get Mbuemo, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'll take him. Yeah, any day, bro. Any day, like any day, bro. Of course, bro. You know what I mean? And Bemo's got tech, bro. He's got that pace and power as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I would take him, Bemo. Yeah, like obviously United are in advanced talks with Cunha as well. You know what I mean? I expect that to be done at some point as well. You get me? So we could possibly have in Cunha and Bemo, or we could have Cunha and Tyler Diblin. You know what I'm saying? So either way, bro, I'm happy. I'll be happy with that, bro. But listen, Chelsea, V for Garnacho, bro. You know what I mean? All you need to do, bro, is just, you know what I mean? Why don't you give him the number 7 as well, bro? You know what I mean?
That's it, man. Do you know what I'm saying? CR7's little brother, man. You can do the thing. You can do the thing over there for Chelsea. You know what I mean? Imagine Jackson or Yasser will be gassed, you know. Jackson, he'll have Garnacho. You know what I'm saying? And pick another bum that you got there. I don't know. Somebody else that's loaned out, another 18-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Loaned out. That's it, man. Look at that front four, that front three.
Yeah.
Frightening.
Frightening, bro.
That'll be the new MSN. Jackson and Garnacho.
Jackson, Jackson, Garnacho, bro. Who Esteval, Madueke, bro,
MSN.
Madueke, bro, Neto, bro. You know what I mean,
Not
bro?
the Wiki, Garnacho and Jackson. MSN. Real money.
Bro, Madueke, Garnacho, yeah, and Jackson as Chelsea's front three next season. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you bring Garnacho, bro, he will help. He will help Jackson to spread the goals around, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He can unlock Jackson. He can unlock. Oh my god! You know what I'm saying, bro? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. You know what I mean? Little Lamazia thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
They'll be balling. They'll be
Yeah,
balling.
bro. That'll be there. You go, man. You know what I mean? In training, bro, top bins, bro. Be smacking it, top bins in training, bro. You get me, bro. Come to match day, bro. They're gonna smash it, top bins as well, bruv. Know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm telling you, Maresca will come. Maresca will bring out the cons and bibs. You know what I'm saying? Oh, cons and bibs FC. You know, cons and bibs FC.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy. Nah, bro,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. If you man go get Garnacho, I don't know where this guy, obviously take it with a pinch of salt, but you man
Yeah,
get
yeah.
Garnacho and give these man the money to go and get Mbuemo. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean?
Is what?
Listen,
Yeah, man.
Maresca needs his pieces.
know what I mean? You know what I mean, bro? You sold us Mason Mount, bro. So it's time for Man United to repay the favor, bro. You know what I mean? It's time for Man United to repay the favor, bro. You get me, bro? You could have Garnacho given the number 7, like we did with Mason Mount, and cool. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? On the weekend, that Garnacho will be 1v1 beating defenders for fun, bro, at Stamford Bridge, bro.
That's it.
So you can't complain.
That's it. You know what I mean? The light skinned 1v1 demon. You know what I'm saying? 1v1 demon, bro. Look at his goal the other day against Brentford, bro. Come on, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was such a world class goal. Oh, world class, mate. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Garnacho will get you on the title charge. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Scoring goals like that, bro.
Like bicycle kick. Imagine that bicycle kick.
Oh, bro. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The bicycle. Yeah, bro. The bicycle kick, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. You know what I mean, bro? If he comes to Chelsea, bro, he might win the Ballon d'Or, bro. You never know, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He's already got the podcast award, bro. So maybe the next step up is Chelsea, bro. The Ballon d'Or, bro. Know what I'm saying?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Bicycle kick galore, bro. Bicycle kick galore. Straight out of the stadium. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Wait, you just get behind the boys. Just get behind the boys, man. He knows what it means.
Behind him, man.
He knows what it means, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Hazard regen, innit? Hazard. Hazard regen in that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
You know
Bro, hey, Garnacho, bro. Instant upgrade, bro. You know what I mean? Instant upgrade at Chelsea Football Club, bro. You know what I mean? Instant upgrade, bro. Know what I mean? Bro, he will win you the games on his own, bro.
Apparently, there's news that Ineos will only consider keeping Casemiro if Man United qualify for the Champions League. Would you make of that? Would you make of that news?
If they qualify for the Champions, what? Like,
only keep him if you get Champions League football.
I think for me, yeah, that obviously we should keep. I think we should keep Casemiro. I think Casemiro deserves to stay, but obviously I think it doesn't. I don't believe that report because I think even regardless of Champions League, I think Ineos will get rid of Casemiro either way because Casemiro is on 300k. And like I said, they are trying to reduce the wages in it. So, like, so for me, yeah, like obviously I would love for Casemiro to stay, but I don't think he is going to stay regardless if we're in Champions League football or not. So so I don't think it makes that much of a difference. But like, bro, like like people don't speak about it it was people don't speak about it enough, bro. Like, bro, like Casemiro carried Man United to a Cowbell Cup, bro, and he's been carrying Man United all the way in the Europa League, and he played a big part as well for winning the FA Cup as well. You get what I'm saying? So, and obviously Casemiro's experience as well is good. His experience as well is, I think, very value to the squad. And even Amarim said, I think Amarim even came out in one of his press conferences said that he made a mistake for not freaking starting him in the first place, because I think Amarim said that Casemiro at first when Amarim first came in, Amarim said, "Oh, Casemiro wasn't a part of his plans because Casemiro wasn't his type of midfield or whatever." That's why he was on the bench at all this time. But since Casemiro has come into this team, this team because we've had injuries to Mainu and Ugarte, like he knows now that he knows why Casemiro is important to the team, and he knows that how to use Casemiro fully as a player. So I think for me, like, I think it would be a blow if we lose Casemiro, but we just have to sign. But we just have to go and sign. If Casemiro does leave, then we have to sign a replacement. Obviously, we've been linked with Edison as well. If we was to get in Edison, I think that'd be a decent signing. So, yeah, like.
No, I hear that. A player that you're linked to, Jonathan Tah from Bayer Leverkusen. What do you make of his signing, bro? 28-year-old centre back. His wages aren't crazy. He's on 54 million euros. You know, so obviously you guys are going to be looking at the wages, trying to get the wage bill down. Would you take Jonathan Tah?
On a free, I think I would. On a free, I think I would. I think I don't think. I think he. I think I haven't seen him that much, but the games I have seen from him, he's looked decent. I think he's a decent centre back. I don't think he's anything special, but I think he's a decent centre back. I think if we get him on a free, I don't think centre back should be the main priority, but like if we was to bring in Tar, I think it would be a decent signing, because even if it doesn't work out, we would still get money for him. Yeah. So you know what I mean. So it's kind of a no-brainer, and obviously, like I said, I don't think Martinez is good enough to play for United, even though he is out injured. Even though he went on a purple patch of 4 or 5 games where he played well. Like, for me, I don't think Martinez, especially in the Amarim system, is not good enough, because he can't defend in wide areas. Like, we've seen Tar play a similar formation to Amarim at Leverkusen with Xavi Alonso. So I think Tar wouldn't have any problems of, defending wide areas. I don't think he would have any problems if he was to come into this Amarim system. I don't think he would have any problems with that, because he's played in the back three at Leverkusen, like that. So, like, I think for me, like, if we was to get Tar in, good. And then I think if we get in Tar in, I think we should have been Luke Shaw. I think we should have been Martinez as well. And I think we should have been Lindelof as well. So you get what I'm saying. So yeah, man. Like I said, we're trying to reduce the wages of the books as well. Like I said, we've been linked with Edison as well. Obviously, we've been linked with Delap. We've been linked with Delap at Ipswich as well, and we've been linked with Osimhen. And the thing is with Osimhen is that, like, Osimhen, apparently, that I've heard of multiple reports. Yeah, Osimhen wants 300k, and like the thing is, yeah, that I'm on the fence with that, because because obviously we all know that Osimhen does not do a lot in general play. He does not do a lot in general play, and because I've seen my football club have 35-year-old Ronaldo, and I've seen my club have Lukaku at my football club, and they didn't do a lot in general play. And like Lukaku and Ronaldo scored a lot of goals, but they made the team worse around them, because we got worse as a team when they was in the team, Lukaku and Ronaldo, because they didn't do a lot in general play. Like, and obviously, like even Osimhen's numbers, like people speak about Osimhen like he's a 30 goal a season every season. Like, no, like Osimhen every season averages about 15 goals. Like he's I think he's had six seasons of football. He's had 6 seasons, and out of those 6 seasons, he's only scored 20 plus goals twice. You know, like that. He's only scored like 20 plus goals like twice. You get it? Like he he obviously he's got like 21 goals for Galatasaray, and in one season for Napoli he got 26. So like, but like for me, if you are on 300k, then you need to be scoring. You need to be scoring like Lewandowski does. You need to be scoring like Aubameyang did as well, scoring like 20-30 goals. Like and like Haaland. You need to be putting up them type of numbers consistently to be getting 300k. Like scoring 15 goals and contributing 0 to general play is not good enough for 300k. That's not worth 300k. Like if it's like 180 to like 200, then all right, then I can kind of live with that. But if it's 300k, nah, bro, nah.
I get it, especially when money's tight at Man United at the moment. You have to justify, players got to justify their wages. So I get it. I completely get it. There's no point getting rid of players that are on big wages if you're getting rid of Casemiro and you're getting rid of Bruno and players like that, and then getting other players in that are not worth 300k a week. So I completely get it, bro. Revi asks, Northside, can you ask King about Lenny Yoro in general?
Lenny Yoro's had like, obviously he's had a couple of injuries. Like people saying that he's a new Rafael Varane is crazy. That when United fans were saying that at the start of the season he's a new Varane, this and that, like no. Like we need to stop with some of them conversations, because Euro is good, but he's not as good as Rafael Varane. You know, I mean, Rafael Varane is a multiple Champions League winner, and he played a big part of Man United winning the Carabao Cup and winning the FA Cup as well. You get what I'm trying to say, but I think Euro's been good overall. I think he's been good overall, bro. Like 50 million pounds so far. I think if I had to say going on this season, 50 million pounds have been well spent so far this season. Obviously, he's still got a long way to go yet, but I think he's been really good. I think Euro. I think what makes Euro stand out is that he's got that pace recovery like Van der Ven does. He's got that pace recovery like Van der Ven does. He's very quick, Euro, and obviously he's very good on the ball as well. He can carry the ball. You know what I'm saying? He can spray diads at times, and I think he has decent. He has decent awareness. Like I said, I don't think he's our best defender. I think he's probably our second best defender behind Ligt. I think Dillit's our best centre back, and then I think it's Euro behind him. But Euro's been good this season. Like obviously he's had like games here and there, like Newcastle, Southampton, where he didn't play exactly well, but like overall I think he's been a good signing. But obviously I think people just need to slow down with the people need to just slow down a little bit with the Varane comparisons, because Rafael Varane was a world class defender. Yeni Euro is not world class yet. Yeni Euro is a good to a very good centre back, but he's not world class yet. He still has to do more. Obviously, like performing consistently, and obviously winning trophies. So like you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's for me. That's on Euro.
No, I hear that, man. But yeah, man, big up to everyone that's locked in, man. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up King as well for jumping on every time, bro. And yeah, man, we will see tomorrow. We've got the Barcelona Inter game. After that, the Arsenal PSG game. So some big games ahead. And then obviously we've got Man United, Atletico Bilbao, and we've got Spurs and Bodo Glimt, man. So it's gonna be interesting. This week's gonna be very interesting, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, big up King every single time, my G.
Big up, man.
We'll speak soon, man. We'll speak after that game. I'm sure we'll speak after the Arsenal game as well. Yeah, me. And,
of course, man.
It's long. We're gonna redirect to Aaron. We're gonna Northside raid on the way in, and we're out. Love.
We're out.